Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gearhead Daily, and happy Friday to everybody. It is negative 30 here in Minnesota, so it is quite cold. And trying to stay warm and think positive, warm thoughts. And with that in mind, it brings me back to my favorite Ron Swanson quote. So here we go. I'm going to do my Ron Swanson impression. There's no such thing as bad weather, only inadequate clothing and methods of transportation. Okay, anyway. So, I'm going to show you one of the coolest things that you will probably see in a very long time. And what you see in front of you is a guy named Don Groff. And he's actually from a town I grew up in for many years of Eagan, Minnesota. And what you see in front of you is a home-built race car that he is making out of a pair, that's right, a pair of 1JZ engines. Okay, he's making himself a V12 out of two inline 1JZ engines. And I was originally alerted to this back in 2016 when he started the project because I happen to know a couple of the guys over at Nth Moto, which are a tuning company and building company here in Minnesota that usually does high-end exotic cars, Vipers, and that sort of thing. But they were enlisted to help make Don's dream a reality. And as I will show you as we go through this, the level of engineering that went in to this project is absolutely insane. And I've had to go through several sources to find some of this stuff, but let me tell you, totally worth me kind of fumbling around with this, because that's what I'll be doing. I'll be fumbling around showing you some really kind of cool projects that he's doing here. He decided to build his own chassis, and what you see here in front of you is actually the original design, which was a quad turbo. He has now kind of stepped it back a little bit to just dual turbos, right? You know, so he built from two 1JZ engine blocks, and he's had some updates on the project. I mean, just look at the header alone. That's one header alone that he built himself in his garage. So the amount of engineering, time, and patience that has gone into this. Clearly, he is retired, and yes, he's retired. I believe he's in his 70s here. So this is just the coolest stuff you will see all day long. All I got to do is Google Don Groff, and at the end, I've got some videos to show you of it actually running. So that's the cool part here. It actually works. So here it is. It's in its rough stage, and it's put into this, kind of mock-up chassis as it sits now. But he does have the gearbox all set up, and it's set up very much like a 50s Formula One car, where it looks like a bullet with four wheels kind of glued on either side of it. So impressive work. So this is the one. This is kind of how it sits back in 2012, I believe. He is now into body work at this point, so you can sort of see the wood frame that he's using. And I do believe he made all of the body panels himself, exactly from what I'm seeing and reading. So you can kind of see it in its kind of natural form here. I mean, the headers, weeks worth of work just to get this to work, but the craftsmanship in here is just amazing, and I can't wait to see it actually on the road to see what it can do. But this stuff is just plain cool. Okay, picture's a little blurry in the valve covers upside down, but I don't think that really matters. I think it'll work out in the end. We have a shifter mechanism here that he built that he's clearly got not a lot of space. As you can see, the form of it looks very cool. Like I said, very retro, and I think he's made it out of aluminum, the body. So he's mocked up the profile of the body in plywood, overlaying with composite. Okay, so maybe it might be fiberglass. I'm not 100% sure what he made it out of, but this is just neat to watch to come together. So here's what he had to do. He took basically this form for the crankshaft. He made his own crankshaft. I mean, there's no guideline for this. He then cut two blocks vertically in half with a giant bandsaw and kind of wedged them together in this homemade crankcase, essentially. And he's got two cylinder walls of sorts on either side of it. And I'm not sure how the oiling and cooling is going to work, but I would imagine he's kind of got that worked out. And you can see the air intakes and throttle bodies are down low on the side. I mean, this is just the coolest thing that you will find all freaking year. And it's only January 2019. You won't find anything cooler. So here we are, even further along in the process. One giant timing belt, as we can see, with the exhaust going up and out, and with the air intake on the bottom of it. This allows kind of for that more old school F1 style where the exhaust came straight out the back of the car. So that's really neat to see. And just the level of detail that went into this, and we can see more photos of how this works, is just super cool. And he doesn't live super far from me, so I really should go down there, or at least contact him and see if he'll allow me to come take a look at this, because this is just the neatest thing I think I'll see in my entire lifetime. So here we go. Here's the form that he's making. Early 60s Formula One cars. Yeah, okay, so I was on the right track. Chug around the neighborhood. Chug around the neighborhood and around town. It'll be a sight to see right on highway roads, right? I didn't build it to track or race or any race organization specs, so if they question me going around the track anytime, any speed, okay, fair enough. I figured it would be 10 years total, and he's not that far. Okay. He just likes to build stuff. So, I mean, congratulations, dude. This is the coolest thing. So, okay, so here we go. I've got 2 videos. They're 30 seconds each. Here we go. So it runs. That's step 1, right? Step 2, let's rev this bad boy up. Here we go. Might want to turn up your speakers for this. This is awesome. Right. So yeah, if you search his name via Google, you will see some photos of it that are nearing completion. So here we go. Here's some more photos of it that you will see, and hopefully my hope is that he can get this thing street legal so that we can see it driving around town. How freaking cool would that be? I mean, this is just so neat. This is just the neatest stuff to see. So, Google Don Groff, Groff, and you will see a lot of the work that he's done. But I had to bring this to you. This was just the neatest project that I had ever seen. And if there's anything that you see that I should look into and possibly report or comment on, send me an email at gearheaddaily@gmail.com. Otherwise, this was your daily dose of hot rodding excellence right here. All right, I'm going to check this stuff out. I'll see you guys later.